Today we take time to remember September 11th from New York, where thousands of people lost their lives as the Twin Towers fell. To Washington, D.C. and the Pentagon as targeted terrorist attacks struck our nation one after another until nearly 3,000 Americans' lives were lost.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
And a very good evening to you. I'm Jennifer Sanders. It's certainly a solemn day for our nation. Across the country, we remember that 20 years ago on this day, America was forever changed. Now, for those who responded following 9/11, the memories are still very vivid. KXAN's Jacqueline Powell shares the story of an Austinite who was on the first flight out of Central Texas to help.
Here I am at Ground Zero.
20 years later, Mark Leffler keeps an album on his computer of the 9/11 perspective not many have seen.
It's amazing how clear the memories are.
KXAN first met Leffler at the start of his journey, waiting eagerly at ABIA.
I'm going to keep trying to get a flight until I get to New York.
It was 2 days after the attack on the World Trade Center before he could get on the first flight cleared to leave Austin.
As a volunteer with Red Cross, I have the opportunity to do something.
2 decades later, years filled with a successful career working for the state and responding to other disasters, that opportunity to spend 3 weeks at Ground Zero stands out above the rest.
Very few times in our life do we get the opportunity to truly be a part of something important. And that was 9/11 for me.
As part of the Red Cross's communications team, he was at the center of the destruction. One memory of what he and others there called the pile displays the gravity of what they experienced.
If you went into a certain area, if you walked back out, you had to wash your boots. And, you know, there was debris everywhere, there was dust everywhere. And I remember asking the guy, why do we have to wash our boots? He said, because you're walking through human remains.
That now feels like a lifetime ago as he shares pieces of his experience with his young son and daughter.
I'd have to wear this stuff everywhere. Couldn't go anywhere without it. See, they're all kind of faded a little bit, but I look pretty serious here, don't I? Yeah, this was a serious time.
Lessons their friends may only learn in history class.
If there's a message that I can pass on to my kids, it would be that I want them to live a life of service.
The last photo of his album showing that anyone is capable of service. It's one of Leffler's most impactful memories. On his last day in New York, this group thanking him and other responders as he made his way out of the city.
We focus so much on the tragedy about 9/11, but what 9/11 revealed was the heart of America. And that's truly what I think I'll always remember, is it revealed the best of America.
Jacqueline Powell, KXAN News.
Well, President Joe Biden commemorated the 20th anniversary of the September 11th attacks today with visits to each of the sites. Washington correspondent Jesse Tunier joins us live with how the president's final stop, the Pentagon, honoring victims and their loved ones. Jesse.
Good evening. The events at the Pentagon began at sunrise with this consistent message of unity that really carried throughout the day. And it's one Pentagon officials are hoping rings out across the country.
20 years ago began as a typical morning for Pentagon employees.
But at 9:37 a.m. on September 11th, 2001,
in seconds, scores of lives were lost.
General Mark Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, remembered the 184 Americans killed in the Pentagon attack in the building and on Flight 77.
Dr. Yenene Betrue.
The innocent ranged in age from 3 to 71 years old.
Petty Officer, Second Class, Chris Romero Bishundat.
Just as we once worked alongside so many of them, we now mourn alongside all of you.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said the Pentagon has worked these past 20 years to honor their sacrifices by defending the country against terrorism.
It will always be our duty to fulfill their missions and to live up to their goodness and to stand guard over this democracy.
This is the first 9/11 anniversary without U.S. troops in Afghanistan. And as debate about the withdrawal continues, Pentagon officials remembered those who gave their lives during the war and those now back home who are questioning their impact.
You did your duty Your service mattered. Your sacrifice was not in vain.
The day's final commemoration at the Pentagon happened before sunset. The Commander-in-Chief, President Biden, laid a wreath after stops at the other two attack sites in New York City and Shanksville, Pennsylvania. And there is still one more Washington-based ceremony. House and Senate leadership, both Democrats and Republicans, will meet on the U.S. Capitol steps on Monday in remembrance of 9/11. Live in Washington, I'm Jessie Tenor.
All right, Jesse, thanks so much. Well, very early this morning, the sound of bagpipes could be heard by anyone walking along Lady Bird Lake as Austin firefighters unfurled our nation's flag. It was part of a memorial service downtown. Roughly 20 minutes after that, people began climbing the stairs at the observation tower at the Circuit of the Americas. The climb was done 4 times in honor of the steps firefighters would have taken climbing the Twin Towers. They also reflected on the bigger message that comes with September 11th.
Be good to one another. You never know when the next attack's going to be. You never know when you're going to not see your family and friends. Just be nice to people. Be good to one another.
And as we honor today's 20th anniversary, we're also taking a look back. Right now on our website, KXAN.com, we posted our entire first broadcast following the attacks.
Now, first morning weather with meteorologist Nick Bannon.
Well, on this Saturday, it was one more day with low levels of humidity, plenty of sunshine, still a bit of haze in the air, though, as we look from our Lorenz and Lorenz 360 cam at Austin right now. Wasn't too hot today. Temperatures in the low 90s and upper 80s right now was actually reasonably comfortable for this time of year. And of course, we had very low humidity, which made it pleasant as well. On satellite and radar, we're cloudless aside from the haze. We'll be at 90 here at 7, 84 at 9, and 80 at 11. Coming up in first warning weather, we'll give you an update to your Sunday forecast. You can make the best of the rest of our weekend. We'll show you the return of humidity. And here's the big story. This Gulf storm that we've been watching for the past few days about potentially developing, it is now likely, and we'll show you potential impacts here in Central Texas in first warning weather.
All right, Nick, thanks so much. Well, still ahead, a horrific message left outside an Austin mosque overnight. Why one group is now calling it a hate crime. And a heartwarming story out of San Marcos. An officer injured in the line of duty gets a much-needed gift.